Good morning. I ask all those who are able to stand to remain standing. And in being in this position, let us all take a moment to reflect on the bounty of our lives, the beauty of them. And that beauty is in the memory of these young people as babes in your arms. The young children you tucked in at night, read stories to, drove to games and recitals, and that we stand to celebrate today. And you young people, you too should call to memory those perhaps more energetic adults who chased you around the house, did everything for you. And as families, as loved ones, we were the union of hope and care, and let us remain so into tomorrow. Amen. Please offer your voice in the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning. Please be seated. Try that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Center Campus on this glorious morning as we celebrate the outstanding class of 2026. It is great to see so many of you here today in support of our graduates who have worked so hard over the course of their petty careers. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to note that tomorrow is Memorial Day. For many of us, Memorial Day marks the unofficial start of summer, time with family and friends, and a well-earned pause. But at its heart, it is a day of remembrance, a day to honor and give thanks for the women and men who gave their lives in service to our country. Their sacrifice created possibilities and freedoms that shape our lives in ways that we often take for granted, including moments like this one, when families and communities are able to gather in celebration. As we prepare to celebrate all the class of 26, I hope we carry a spirit of gratitude and take a moment tomorrow to remember those whose service made so much possible. Thank you. Board President Davidson, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the professional community, parents, grandparents, special friends, and everyone joining us here and on the live stream, I welcome you to Petty School's 158th commencement in honor of the class of 2026. Yeah. Today we gather to celebrate this group of students who, in all their own way, exemplify exactly what it means to be a Petty student. Events like this don't happen without lots of hands. I would like to thank and highlight the work of Laura Lee, Hensley Radke, Linda McDade, hold on, Paula Jones, Lisa McClellan, Pete McClellan, the whole facility and security teams, our volunteers driving buses and golf carts, the whole student life team, our incredible musicians in the back, our communications team, and our Gold Key team for all of the work that has gone on behind the scenes to make last night and today possible. Thank you. I would also personally like to thank the parents and guardians of the members of the class of 2026. Thank you for sharing your children with us and for the trust you placed in this community and in all of us over the last 4 years. Thank you. As we gather to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2026, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each member of this incredible professional community seated to my right and sprinkled throughout the tent. Your dedication, passion, and unwavering commitment have made this year a success. Thank you for your creativity, your patience, and your perseverance. Thank you for challenging our students to think critically, to act compassionately, and to strive for their best. Thank you, too, for welcoming me into your community, and thank you for all that you do. Students and families, please join me. I would also like to thank my colleague on stage, Catherine Rodrigue, our retiring associate head of school, who spoke beautifully last night at Baccalaureate. In her 25 years, Catherine has led with the belief that teaching is not just a job, but a discipline. It is something that gets better with study and attention. She has built the faculty with care and attention, and through that work, impacted thousands of students. We will all miss you very much. Thank you, Catherine. Today is a day of celebration, a day of pride, a day of reflection. For the graduates seated before me, this day represents years of work, sacrifice, growth, disappointment, resilience, friendship, and joy. For parents and families, this day carries something else too: gratitude, relief, pride, maybe a little disbelief about how quickly time has passed. And for all of us here at the Petty School, today is a reminder of something we talk about often in this community. None of us arrives here alone. Every graduate sitting here today was shaped by teachers, coaches, advisors, friends, roommates, teammates, parents, grandparents, siblings, and countless people behind the scenes who made this place function every single day. One of the things I've tried to talk about throughout this year is the importance of noticing those people, thanking people, understanding that community is not something we inherit automatically. It is something we build through thousands of small interactions every day. Earlier this spring, the book, The 5 Resets by Dr. Aditi Nerurkar, was recommended to me, and those resets will frame my message to the class of 2026 as you embark on the next stage of your journey. That message is simple. We live in a world that constantly pushes us towards speed, noise, distraction, exhaustion, and comparison. The answer is not doing more. The answer is resetting ourselves around what matters most. And as I learned about these resets, I realized they connected deeply to many of the conversations we have had together this year. The first of those resets is to get clear on what matters. You are graduating from one of the finest schools in the country. You are talented, accomplished, ambitious. You are heading to remarkable colleges, programs, and opportunities. But achievement alone is not enough. At some point, every successful person has to answer a harder question. What kind of person do I want to become? The people I admire most are not the people who simply accumulate accomplishments. They are people with clarity. People like Ms. Rodrigue, whose values remain intact when circumstances become more complex. You are entering a world that rewards visibility, speed, and performance. But over time, what matters most are the quieter things: integrity, kindness, reliability, curiosity, courage. Character compounds over time. I hope you remain ambitious, but I also hope you remain grounded enough to remember that how you treat people matters. How you carry yourself matters. Whether people feel seen in your presence matters. Today you will begin anew. That question is, what values will you carry with you into those beginnings? The second reset is to find quiet. One of the things I continuously notice is that silence has almost disappeared. We fill every empty moment. We walk with earbuds in. We scroll while waiting in line and walking across campus. We reach out for our phones before we even get out of bed. There is a difference between being connected and being present. Some of the most important moments of your life will not arrive in loud spaces. They will come quietly, sitting alone after a hard conversation, walking across a college campus at night, looking out the window of a train or a plane, calling home because you need advice, realizing something about yourself that you had not noticed before. Protect those moments. As Mr. McClellan reminded you on Friday, know that you don't need a picture of an event to remember exactly how it happened. And sometimes, the best memories are the ones that evolve over time. The world will compete aggressively for your attention. Protecting your attention is protecting your ability to think, reflect, and grow. Third is to build real community. This may be the most important lesson I hope you carry from your time at Petty. Community is not proximity. Community is contribution. You may have heard me say throughout the year that each of us plays an important role in the success of this community. We greet one another. We leave spaces better than we found them. We thank people. We recognize the dignity and humanity of every person here. Those things matter because life becomes increasingly transactional as we get older. It becomes easy to move quickly through life without truly seeing people. Resist that. The people who flourish over time are rarely the smartest people in the room. They are the people others trust. They are the people who know how to listen. They are the people who bring others in rather than pushing others aside. One of the greatest skills you can develop is the ability to listen deeply, not waiting for your turn to speak, not listening to win, listening to understand. If you can do that consistently, you will distinguish yourself in every room that you enter. The fourth is to take care of yourself. You have accomplished extraordinary things here, but many of you also learned something important during your time at Petty. We are not designed to operate at a sprint pace forever. You experienced demanding classes, practices, performances, competitions, applications, leadership responsibilities, and social pressures. At times, some of you struggled. At times, some of you felt overwhelmed. There is strength in recognizing your limits. Rest is not a weakness. Asking for help is not a weakness. Needing other people is not a weakness. One of the great myths of adulthood is that successful people handle everything alone. They do not. Build lives that are sustainable. Build friendships that are honest. Build routines that allow you to remain healthy enough to continue growing over decades, not weeks. And finally, the fifth reset, begin again. This one feels especially appropriate today. Life will not unfold perfectly. Some things will work out exactly as planned. Some will not. You will experience success and disappointment, confidence and doubt, certainty and confusion. There will be moments when you need to start over. And when those moments come, I hope you remember this place. I hope you remember that growth is rarely linear. I hope you remember that resilience matters more than perfection. I hope you remember that beginnings are not signs of failure. They are signs of life. The message of our motto does not end today. In many ways, today is your first opportunity to live it fully. You leave Petty with extraordinary preparation. But my hope is that you also leave with something deeper, an understanding that your life will ultimately be measured not only by what you achieve, but by what you contribute, by how you treat people, by whether the communities you enter become better because you were there. The world does not simply need talented people. It needs thoughtful people, grounded people, compassionate people, courageous people, people willing to slow down enough to notice one another. Class of 2026, thank you for the energy, spirit, humor, leadership, and care you brought to this community. Thank you for helping shape this year at Petty into something memorable and meaningful. Thank you for welcoming me into the community. We are so proud of you. And wherever life takes you next, I hope you remember this community, this place, and this idea. You always possess the ability to reset, reconnect with what matters, and ultimately begin anew. Congratulations, class of 2026. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2026 for his address. Please welcome Jayu Jerry Liu.
So thank you to Mr. Hamilton for the introduction. Can we get another round of applause for him for the great years he had? So thank you all for being here today to celebrate the class of 2026. Thank you to our families who have supported us through stressful days and probably more complaints than they deserve to hear. Thank you to our teachers, coaches, advisors, and everyone at Petty who has shaped us into better people. And especially thank you to my classmate, the class of 2026. It is an honor to stand here with you today. When I reflect on my Petty experience, the first memory that comes to mind is Blur Day. At the beginning of sophomore year, a few friends and I formed a band, and somehow, 1 year later, we ended up performing at the Blur Day pep rally. I remember standing on stage, looking out as a horde of Petty students flooded into the football bleachers. People were shouting, cheering, laughing, and rushing to find their friends. It is hard to explain this feeling. It was not tangible in any way, but everyone could feel it. It was a sudden surge of energy that filled the air. It gave meaning to why we were here, together as one unit. At that moment, it felt like we could move mountains. This is the one thing Petty has taught me. When people move together with spirit, we gain power in our hand. Blur Day was the first time I felt that collective power. However, it was rowing that taught me what collective power really meant. So I rowed for the first few years at Petty. One of my clearest memories when we raced against Lawrenceville in a heads race. We were in an 8-person boat, pulling on our oars with everything we had, while knowing that we were the underdog of the race. When we were approaching a narrow turn, for a split second, every starboard rower seemed to realize the same thing. Following one command from the coxswain, the starboard pulled harder, cut the turn tightly, and passed the Lawrenceville boat. From that moment, the tide has turned. This was not due to one person, but because 8 persons trusted a split-second decision. And yes, my proudest Petty accomplishment is beating the Big Red. Perhaps not so big after all. I would put it on my resume, but Ms. Sodiq has told us we should be humble. Rowing has taught me that moving forward is not only about pulling harder, it's about learning how to move with others with trust and purpose. This is not just an anecdote about rowing. It is a lesson about the community. And in many ways, that is what Petty has been for us. The community at Petty is not only composed of dramatic moments, but is also made of quieter ones. During our freshman year, part of North's experienced what can be only described as an unfortunate heating system disaster. One winter night, a stream of freezing air somehow sent the heater into overdrive mode. And while the winter storm raged beyond the window, our dorm room transformed into a furnace, eventually reaching 100 degrees. We were literally being burned alive. To make matters worse, the window could only open a tiny crack, which I assume was designed to prevent students from escaping. But honestly, I still don't understand even now, why would anyone escape to Hightown after midnight? But somehow, that shared suffering brought my doormates closer. We were forced to unlock our brain and engineer a creative solution to survive the blistering heat. Our solution was simple. We moved our mattress onto the ground and arranged our fans in a careful configuration to maximize heat transfer away from the ground. After that night, we finally understood why our physics teacher stressed the importance of thermodynamics. Smaller moments like these remind us that community is not always formed through grand victories like Valete. Sometimes it's formed on a room door as we sweat through the night, attempting to solve an impossible problem. But now, as we leave Petty, we face a different kind of questions. Where do we go from here? In life, we have to make many choices, and every choice means giving something else up. This year, many of us had to make decisions that felt much bigger than simply choosing a college. We were not just choosing where to go. We were trying to imagine who we might become. This is a difficult thing to ask an 18-year-old to know. What even is our ambition? What do we want to bring to the world in the coming years? These questions, they might sound inspiring, but they're also terrifying. The honest answer is that most of us probably do not have a perfect vision for the future yet. We may have dreams, we may have plans, but a real vision takes time. And as we search for that vision, we have to be careful about what we allow to guide us. When I arrived at Petty, one of the teachers who shaped me the most was Mr. Korka, my multivariable calculus teacher. In his class, I expected to learn about partial derivatives or double integrals, and I did. But what stayed with me the most was not only the math. It was the way he reminded me that learning should come from passion, not just ambition. Recently, I was discussing my plan for the future with him, and the same lesson returned. He reminded me that money and prestige, if you're not careful, can overwhelm our sense of moral purpose. They can push aside the deeper joys of learning, the joys of doing something we genuinely care about because it matters. And I think that is especially important for us to remember today. There's nothing wrong with wanting to succeed, wanting to build a good life for ourselves and the people we care about. But if we look back to our time at Petty, we also have to recognize how much we have been given. We have been supported by teachers, coaches, peers, and families in ways we did not earn, but were lucky enough to receive. We have been loved unreasonably. The best way to honor that love is not to keep it for ourselves, but to carry it forward, to take the spirit we found here and use it to nurture a better world. The world we're entering is beautiful, but filled with flaws. There's beauty in nature and humanity, but it's not free from suffering and injustice. At times, these problems around us feel too Herculean, and we may question what one pair of hands can really do. But when I feel that helplessness, I think back to rowing. I think back to Bleda. I think back to the bleachers shaking with noise, and to the feeling that none of us could create that spirit, but together becomes significant. That is what I hope we remember. Wherever we end up, I hope we carry the petty spirit with us. A spirit spreading like wildfire that refuses to be extinguished. A spirit that reminds us to care for one another, to act with purpose, and to believe that even when we are small, we are not powerless. So in probability, when we say an event has 0 probability, it does not always mean the event is impossible. If you choose a random point on a line, the probability of choosing any exact point is 0, and yet some point is chosen. And I think life is like that too. Many of the most meaningful things in our life began as 0 probability events. When we first came to Petty, none of us could have calculated every moment that would bring us here. The friends we did not expect to make, the mentors who changed how we view ourselves, the team that stands with us, the dream that once sounded unattainable. And yet, somehow, all of it happened. So to the class of 2026, as we leave this place, I hope we do not let the world define what is possible for us. When the world feels too large or too unjust, remember that you can never move the boat alone. So keep pushing and stay fearless. That is how we make the impossible possible. Congratulations, the Petty Class of 2026. A la viva.
Thank you, Jerry. We will now award a series of prizes. I will award 2 prizes to adults from the professional community, and Catherine will follow with 1 award for a teacher and present the awards for valedictorian and salutatorian before I award the 6 major awards to members of the class of 2026. It is my privilege to present the John Green and Allison Zader Beyond the Call Award, established by John and Allison and bestowed upon an individual staff member whose distinguished service embodies our school's shared community values. There is a particular kind of person who doesn't just work at a place, they belong to it. They are woven into the fabric of a community in a way that is both unique and fundamental. Today, it is my privilege to honor one such person. This year's recipient came to Petty in 2005 as a summer worker at the age of 14. After finishing high school, he joined as a full-time employee. Over the 21 years that have followed, he grew in skill, in responsibility, and in the depth of his commitment to this place. What makes him singular, though, is not the breadth of what he now manages. It is how he cares. When a student dropped his wallet into a deep stormwater drain late at night, he did not ask one of his team members to help the next day. He showed up that night to retrieve it. This past week, as his team prepared for today's ceremony in 95-degree heat for 3 straight days, he tapped the groundskeeper on the shoulder and told him to be careful. That individual later said to a colleague, "I've been here for 40 years working on these fields. No one has ever said that to me." When the school's water main broke last year, he did not wait for the plumbing company or township officials to show up. He jumped straight into the pit to fix it, mindful of the inconvenience to our boarding students. He brings the same genuine investment to this community's smallest needs as he does to a campus-wide emergency. That is a rare quality. It is, in many ways, the Petty quality. Those of you who know him will tell you he is thoughtful, intelligent, and deeply compassionate, a devoted father, a loving husband, and an outstanding colleague. He's the kind of person we hope our students will grow up to become. For his remarkable and enduring dedication to this community, this year's John Green and Allison Zader Beyond the Call Award goes to Mike Shanko Jr. Just a handshake? Okay. What's that? Okay. The Finn M.W. Casperson Award is presented annually to that member of the teaching faculty whom families believe makes exceptional contributions in support of the student body and embodies the highest level of service to the community within the spirit of the Petty mission. Nominations, which are made by Petty parents, should include teaching faculty members who improve the quality of life for students, exhibit grace under pressure, and help others in a particularly kind and understanding manner, all while making a broad and substantial impact on our community. I'm excited to present this year's Casperson Award to a dynamic and deeply committed teacher who spurs discussion, asks great questions, and engages students as both intellectuals and human beings. She's always willing to try new ideas to get the best out of her students, always trying something a little different each year, looking for how to help her students put the pieces together a little better than the year before. More broadly, she is a force for community and connectedness. She has made a commitment to not only show up for Petty, but also to bring and encourage others to join her. She goes out of her way to celebrate and recognize student fans as well as student athletes and performers. And as one might expect from a lifelong fan of the Boston Red Sox and New York Jets, she is a true and loyal supporter in both good times and bad. In their nominations, parents used these words. Laura Hoffman has been championing school spirit and the idea of peers supporting peers. She launched her Instagram a few years ago with the goal to show up for our kids at 100 events in one school year. She surpassed that and in the process has encouraged our students to get out and support one another. Laura opens doors for the athletes, artists, and scholars to show up for each other, even those outside their own tribe. In her own words, it is the first, last, and most important work that we do when we show up for each other. That is what community does. Laura Hoffman has redefined campus spirits in her efforts, and as a parent who looks on from a distance, I love seeing our kids involved in the Petty community. It is with great admiration and appreciation that I present the 2026 Finn M.W. Casperson Award to Laura Hoffman.
The Dr. Wilbur Eddie Saunders Society Award for Excellence in Classroom Teaching. This award is given by the class of 1947 to commemorate their 50th reunion and to honor Dr. Wilbur Saunders, Petty's revered headmaster from 1935 to 1949, whose leadership, integrity, and strength of character and generosity of spirit was an inspiration to students and faculty. In an online, media, and political world of charlatans and fakes, students need unadulterated adults. This year's recipient is wise, well-read, and most importantly, authentic. Genuine in her listening and her laughter, students seek out this year's Saunders recipient not for the answers she gives, but for the questions she asks. They stay after classes, they find her in her classroom and gather around her on duty nights because she respects their intelligence and challenges their assumptions. In our community, she is the most interesting woman in the world. The class of 2026 Saunders Award for Classroom Teaching goes to Ami Shah. The Morris G. Fredman Prize, endowed by Morris G. Fredman, class of 1909, and awarded to the two seniors having the highest standing. Only this year we have a tie for a salutatorian. This year's valedictorian is Jiayu Jerry Liu. The class of 2026 salutatorians are Jaden Lee and Claire Lynn.
The Matthew R. Weiner 98 Award is presented to the Petty Senior whose integrity, determination, compassion, leadership, and courage epitomize his or her ambitious pursuit of excellence in scholarship, in athletics, and in life. This year's winner demonstrates an admirable character and exerts herself to get the most out of her educational and athletic pursuits. Teachers cite her as a positive presence who helps propel conversations, with one calling her an engaged and enthusiastic scholar who is not afraid of consistent and focused preparation. Her leadership skills extend beyond academics, and the work ethic exhibited in the classroom is also on display in the pool. Highly regarded by her teammates and coaches, she swims all 3 seasons for the school program and for the Petty Aquatics Club. A school record holder in the 100-yard backstroke and 200-yard medley relay, and a club record holder in the 200-yard medley relay and the 400-yard medley relay. She is also a junior national qualifier and was named a top 10 athlete in the state of New Jersey. Perhaps most importantly, she is universally respected as a kind person and a leader by students and faculty. A former coach shared, she has worked hard to build connections with others, particularly within the swim team. Her efforts to connect with teammates who don't typically interact with some of the older swimmers shows her dedication to fostering positive relationships and contributes to a culture of respect. She continues to be that person who others can turn to when they need someone to talk to, and that kind of openness and support is invaluable. Beyond swimming, she has been a 4-year tour guide for the Petty Admission Office and serves as part of Petty's core student ambassador team. We know that her intelligence and drive will serve her well as she serves her country at the United States Naval Academy and we are pleased to give this year's Matthew R. Weiner Prize to Hannah Bateman. Established by the Helfet family, the Dr. Henry Kissinger Award for Citizenship and Diplomacy is awarded to that senior who, during his or her tenure at Petty, has demonstrated a mature sense of citizenship and diplomacy, advancing understanding throughout the Petty community. This year's Kissinger Award winner embraces academic and creative challenges and earns praise from her teachers for her positive approach to learning and her artist sensibility. Whether in the classroom, on stage, or in one of her many student leadership roles, she brings a peaceful steadiness and innovative approach to everything she does. Teachers at Petty have appreciated the enthusiasm, diligence, and consistency of her approach to her studies, with one English teacher writing that she, quote, always presents very good work. She reads carefully, offers insightful contributions to class discussion, and writes intriguing pieces. Beyond her classroom accolades, her interest in theater grew immensely over her time here, as she participated in every aspect of production. As a leader in the theater department, she has helped set the tone and create a culture of hard work and fun in capacities that have included, among others, lead roles in plays and musicals, stage manager, assistant director, actor, and costume designer. As president of the film club, she organizes events throughout the year and even produced and filmed the most anticipated film of the year, the annual Blair Day video. And boy, was that fun to film. As a leader of our school's Black Student Union, a member of the Faculty Student Senate, and a 4-year head tour guide, she is all about the Petty community. It should come as no surprise to learn that she has also served on 2 school-wide committees, one as a student representative to our accreditation committee, and the other for our school's DEI committee. With her trademark poise, optimism, and determination, she has steadily made the most of every opportunity at Petty over her 4 years here, shining in our classrooms, on our stage, and beyond. We will miss her warm laugh and authenticity that make her a joy for all to be around. Forever Donna in our hearts, it gives me great pleasure to give this year's Kissinger Award for Citizenship and Diplomacy to Sinai Parish. Established by John Campbell, class of 1916, the Ingersoll Honor Prize is a cup awarded to that student who has shown the greatest development and improvement while at Petty. As one of the most visible and vocal members of our school community, this year's Ingersoll Honor Prize winner seems to be everywhere all the time. He shows up for individuals and supports groups with a level of commitment and authentic interest that would exhaust most adults who navigate the very busy daily schedule of our boarding school life. After his own after-school workout, you are likely to find him running the sidelines for a soccer game, and then after dinner cheering for classmates at the winter music concert. You will see and hear him all over campus, and he usually convinces a bunch of other people to join him. He is a gifted and genuine in his ability to connect with other people, no matter what their age or life experience. Most importantly, he makes everyone feel both heard and seen. instinctually and effortlessly making room for each person with whom he shares space. His teachers describe a student who brings intellectual energy and sincere engagement to every discussion. Regardless of the subject, he brings the same qualities to the classroom that make him such a positive presence throughout the Petty community. Outside of the classroom, his biggest impact has been on the Petty boys basketball team. Even as a 9th grade swing player, he was mentoring our 2 newest sophomores, helping them navigate the same hurdles he too was figuring out. He instantly helped to build a sense of belonging in the program that most coaches spend endless hours trying to figure out how to create. He possesses an uncanny knack for really getting to know each teammate and making sure that they know that he cares about them. His journey, maybe most importantly from Boston, as a scholar athlete here at Petty, has been a wonderful winding road of success and setbacks during which he has demonstrated remarkable resilience and purposeful perspective. Never too high and never too low, he approaches celebrations and challenges, big and small, with equal measure. He has worked tirelessly to become the best version of himself, and reflecting on his path, academically, athletically, and personally, to his senior year reveals that he has become just that. I am pleased to present this year's Ingersoll Honor Prize to Rafi Thompson. The Walter H. Annenberg Honor Award is given to that student exemplifying the greatest devotion and service to Petty. As an 8th grader, this student hoped to attend a high school that offered a greater mix of diverse cultures and experiences that her hometown offered. She planted the idea of Petty, begged her parents to take her to visit, then applied entirely on her own. Luckily for us, her parents were game, and after the thumbs up, the rest was history. This anecdote is emblematic of this student's drive, for she is one of the most self-motivated and determined teenagers around. Even better is that she does it all without an ounce of conceit, governed instead by a generous spirit, a remarkable lack of self-consciousness, and is always inclusive and supportive. It's been fun to watch her grow into a top student and community builder, and her journey is a testament to her diligence and commitment to her future. While initially drawn more to the conversational nature and critical thinking-based humanity courses at Petty, she steadily became a science powerhouse, challenging herself while consistently choosing courses that align with her career aspirations to become a dentist. Her intellectual curiosity also extends beyond the classroom, as evidenced by her participation in dental office internships and multiple research programs, including our Science Signature EXP program, securing an 8-week lab opportunity at Rutgers School of Dental Medicine. This student's leadership abilities are as impressive as her academic achievements. Elected by her peers as one of the 2 co-presidents of the student body, she demonstrated in this role her keen ability to broadly foster a clear sense of community. Other roles include managing editor of the Petty News, writing center tutor, 4-year head tour guide, contributor to our soccer and basketball programs, and co-leader of the Petty Prom Closet. As a longtime soccer player, she still finds time to compete with her town's travel team, but even more impressively, has for several years managed the operations of their recreational sports center's concession stands. This student's keen ability to promote a sense of belonging and her commitment to give back to whatever community she is a part of have served Petty well. which is why this year's Walter H. Annenberg Honor Award goes to Jaleesa Lugo. Endowed by the Parents Association to honor John Green, Petty's 15th head of school, the John Green Prize is awarded to that member of the senior class who excels in sportsmanship, conduct, scholarship, and character. There are more than a few people here today who have known this year's John Green Prize winner for all of the 18 years she has lived on Petty's campus. The middle child and only daughter in a wonderfully talented and athletic family, she has woven her way into the tapestry of her family's rich Petty legacy. Teachers at Petty love seeing her name on their class roster, and one noted that her engagement and participation set the tone for the rest of the class, and I could always count on her to help the class participate more fully as both a leader by example and an enthusiastic participant. Another wrote that her warmth, friendliness, and easygoing spirit made our classroom better for everyone. You supported your classmates, stayed curious, and brought great energy every day. I'm grateful for all the humor and insight you shared. Outside of the classroom, she has been a 4-year varsity starter for our field hockey and lacrosse teams and a 2-year, 2-sport varsity captain. She's collected awards and blown past previously set milestones in both sports, all while garnering the recognition of coaches and players with her persistence, commitment, tenaciousness on the field, and positive attitude. Her high school field hockey and lacrosse coach noted that her leadership is illustrated in her approach to athletics. She is the first to arrive at practice and the last to leave. When necessary, she is the first one to lift the spirits of her teammates with her positivity and encouragement. She helps them show up each day with a positive outlook. Such is her unwavering commitment to the team and the school as a whole. Yes, her athletic talents are remarkable, but it's her balance between being a fierce competitor and incredibly kind young woman that is the most impressive. Though her weekends, weeknights, and summer and school vacations have been dictated by intensive club competition and travel, it was also important that her athletics not limit opportunities in other areas. As such, she has been a 4-year tour guide here, and also, when not playing sports herself, can be found promoting other sports programs by helping to run the flock. Her presence as a Petty student athlete will leave an indelible mark long after her name has been painted on our captain's plaques. And I am pleased to announce this year's winner of the Parents Association John Green Prize is Anna Treese. I think we can play through. I don't think the heavy stuff's coming down till later. The Wyckoff Honor Prize is endowed by the family of W.M.W. Wyckoff, 1895. It is given in his honor to that member of the senior class who has completed the work of the junior and senior years at the school and who, in the judgment of the faculty, unites in the highest degree of the 3 most important elements of success: ability, character, and attainment. It is the wish of the donor that the prize shall be awarded to a student of moral integrity, high rank in scholarship, and the natural qualities that warrant future success. The students shall also show a marked spirit of loyalty to the best tradition of the school. This is the school's highest prize. This year's Wyckoff Pride winner made himself known first as the helpful younger brother who was dragged to every petty event by his older sisters. That impression of him as a sweet and friendly young man from those early interactions has remained steadfast, though his stature, both physically and in esteem within our community, grew exponentially since then. An incredibly invested leader and hardworking scholar-athlete here, his kindness and involvement at Petty knows no limits and shows up in the most substantial and subtle ways. His academic trajectory here perfectly demonstrates what happens when intellectual curiosity meets industriousness and full-throttle effort. His performance in a very rigorous curriculum at Petty is the result of thorough individual effort and thoughtful engagement with his teachers. And while he has pursued our math and science curriculum at very high levels, his academic interest lies within the humanities, in English and creative writing. As a member of our creative writing signature program, he shows deep regard for being the best writer and student of English possible. With his teacher writing, quote, "It was clear from the start of the year that he is a reader who finds great joy, solace, and belonging in and among words. As a result, he pays attention to language, to the music, art of it, and to the ways writers create the worlds and magic we want to escape to and inhabit. His writing mirrors the prized elements of the texts he most appreciates. His sentences are tightly controlled. His use of figurative language is both delicate and powerful, and his pacing ripe with the appropriate tensions. He has also profoundly impacted our community in his commitment to serve others, serving as a student council class representative prior to his election as student body co-president, roles as the editor-in-chief of Petty News and literary magazine, The Amphion, along with his work as a Writing Center Fellow, helped him share both community and creative stories with his Falcon family. A natural athlete, he found tremendous success within our track programs, named captain for the indoor and outdoor teams, and a member of our top-ranked relay teams. His coach called him a wonderful example of a student athlete who has embraced the spirit of Petty. Additionally, he is all about the Petty community as a tour guide, Gold Key member, and student ambassador for our Alumni and Development Office. For the way he leads our student body, how he supports his teammates, his collaboration with classmates, and yes, even the way he interacted with and learned from his sisters when they were students here, our community has been better for his approach and presence here. It is my great honor today to award this year's Wyckoff Honor Prize to Luke Chan. All right, we're ready for this next part? We will now get ourselves and organized for the main event to deliver diplomas to the class of 2026. I'd like to invite Assistant Head for Student Life, Gina Tay Brown, to join us on stage. And we'll get started.
Apparently they're waiting on me. Oh, man. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2026. And now the graduates. Christina Alicia Aguirre. Melania Aziza Amir. Alice Marie Asmar. Zoe John Bajwa. Mary Bao. Lorenzo Vincent Barone. Hannah Elizabeth Bateman. Rayon Bargava. Neil Buteja. Natasha Rogers Bickford. Lincoln Anthony Boone. Brody Christopher Buckner. Dasir Dante Bullock. Olivia Sehi Campbell. Lawrence Augustine Carton V. Sophia Kai Cervantes. Isabella Chen. Brian Chang. Luke Chan. Cooper James Clark. Keren Michelle Cruz Lozada. Jeremiah Christian Davis. Amir Boran Deldag. James Garrett Durfner. Elizabeth Claire Louise DeBrule. Lola Early. Eva Edenbaum. Edward Alexander Fernandez. Alex Gao. Ethan Gao. Joseph I. Gaston. John Christopher Giblin. Margaret Gladkowski. Andrei Golubchik. Oliver Goodman. Nikita Goyo. Suhani Goyo. Sean William Griffin. Maya Nicole Griffith. Lucy Rose Guarini. Sanvi Shri Sai Gudapati. Arushi Gupta. Jingyi Han. Gabriel Charles Hornberger. Emily Wong. Tessa Withington Hughes. Sarah Karlekar. Neil Raj Kathoria. Emily Keene. Jacob Alexander Kidd. Benedict Edward Kiley. Junie Kim. Oliver Kim. Devarsh Karada. Arav Kumar. Y. Man Isabella Lamb. Aiden Fuller Lawrence. Grace Lee. Jonathan Lerner Nunez. Jaden Lee. Josh Lee. Iris Lynn. Claire Lynn. Jenny Lynn. Elaine Liu. Jiayu Jerry Liu. Allison Rosemary Lopez Lopez. Douglas Gabriel Lopez. Maggie Liu. Julissa Lugo. Alvin Leo. Alexander McMillan. Jack McGinnis Mahoney. Safia Jihan Malik. Lena Rebecca McCullum. Shay Madison McGlynn. Emma Beatrice Melendrez Geronimo. Frederick Thomas Melton. Eloise Joanne Mendelson. Ellie Meyer. Jacob Ryan Molesky. Natalie Munzen. Gino Aiden Murillo. Ashwin Narayan. Isabella Nasso. Ophelia Nee. Hayden Javier Nieves. Rohit Nunuganda. Hayun Stephanie O. Isabella Vernes Ushaukas. Lokia Pakalapati. Leo Pan Wong. Sinai Journey Parish. Neil Deepan Patel. Trin Patomsak. Sophia Pei. Sylvania Peng. Kira Bella Promanik. Layla Probasco. Brielle Quay. Sawyer Reese Rolance. Luca John Romanelli. Kike Rosman. Liam Manuel Ruiz. Juan Salome. Ethan Angelo Sabaro. Brandon Antonio Schwab. Sintayu Zion Rain Subert. Aubrey Marielle Charles. Yisheng Shi. Matthew Sisko. Sefansiri. Amanda Kate Strapp. Fred Kevin Sullivan. Aaron Noel Tam. Chanel Tan. Raphael Ravello Thompson. Alyssa Romero Ting. Anna Martha Treese. Victor Christopher Say. Victoria Chris Vahi. Natalie Michelle Villalobos. Chi Nhan Vu. Aiden Bolen Wan. Jerry Wang. Kaibo Wang. Charles William White. Caitlin Williams. Sophie Nora Wynn. Honor Withers Corello. William Wu. Leanne Yang. Albert Yang. Jerry Yao. Mark Minyu Zhao. Coco Zhou. Tevin Jiashi Zhou.
How about one big round of applause for the class of 2026? It now gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Doug Davidson, a member of the class of 1964 and the current chair of the Board of Trustees, to the podium to share a few words. Doug.
Thank you, Jim. Being chair of the board has many responsibilities, but for me, the truly wonderful and emotional part of the job is to be here at commencement to award diplomas to these wonderful, amazing young men and women of the class of Petty 2026. Congratulations to all of you. Now, as Jim mentioned, Catherine here, we're going to be losing her this year after almost 25 years as our associate head. Catherine, you have shaped Petty through your patience, innovation, and relentless attention to detail. You've dramatically enhanced our academic programs and nurtured a teaching faculty that is truly second to none. Petty is enormously grateful for the lasting imprint your contributions have made to the school, its professional community, and so many of its students. On behalf of the Petty Board of Trustees, our very best wishes for a wonderful and rewarding next chapter.
Thank you, Doug. Now I would ask you to rise, if you're able, for the singing of the alma mater, the lyrics of which are on the back of your program. Please remain standing at the conclusion of the alma mater for the benediction. Following the benediction, the faculty will recess to the back of the tent. We will form a tunnel through which the students will then recess. Once they have recessed, they will gather for an alla viva and a tossing of their caps in the middle of Center Campus. And we hope that you all will join us in and around the Casperson Center for lunch.
Let us all be mindful of what this day symbolizes, the unfolding of a blessing. And may we all, quite intentionally, live our lives in that same fashion. Go forward from today being a blessing to others. Go in peace.
Thank you.